Hi, I'm Joe Paiva, and these are students from Klein Collins High School in Texas, and they are here participating in the 2024 student competition in Washington, D.C. This is team number one. There were two teams from this school. There's so much interest in surveying at this high school. So I want to start by asking, was there someone who was appointed, elected, told to be the leader for this team?
Yes. Technically, I am the leader of the team, even though we collectively all work together.
Okay, so a very modest leader.
I'd like to say so.
Very good. So tell me a little bit about how you guys prepared to participate in this competition. What did you do, about when you started, and how did your team leader crack the whip, if at all?
So we have a professional survey company come out like every Friday, and they work with us. We have like 8 or so monuments around our school, and we're able to do level loops and traverses and training. And then on top of that, we had an older surveyor who works for LJ Engineering, named Mr. Matovich. And he came and he's really interested in a lot of the old equipment, and so he was able to bring us a lot of the older equipment, and so we were able to see and work with like the dumpy level and the compasses. The only thing we weren't able to work with was the theodolite, but he had brought in the transit, and so we were able to look at that and use that.
Very good. So in terms of your preparation to come here, did your team leader tell you what you needed to do in terms of preparation and what you would be doing when you got to the various exercises? Or was that a group decision, or did you volunteer for stuff?
For the most part, it was a group decision. We all collectively worked on the same things and then decided our roles based off of who excelled and what part the best. It wasn't exactly, oh, we decide that this is what we all collectively agreed that this is what we needed to work on, what we needed to improve on throughout the weeks in preparation for this tour. So yeah.
So when you participated in the measurement phase of the competition, I noticed that all the teams had quite a bit of computations to do. How did you prepare for that? And was there a particular person or persons who was appointed or selected or volunteered to do the computation phase?
Well, I don't really understand the question. Can you rephrase?
Who did all the computations, and how did you decide who was going to do them?
Well, during the practice runs, we saw that certain people were better at certain roles. Like I was best at looking through the dumpy level, and I could see pretty well. We saw that Dior was good at doing the computations in the field book on the spot, and we saw that Tucker was really good at pacing, so we put him on that.
Okay, very good. So how many of you, by show of hands, have done this competition in a previous year? Okay, so 2 of you have been here before and 2 of you are newbies. So did the experienced people give you enough information that there was no huge surprise at this year's event?
Yes, we knew largely that we were going to do, and we had access to their work from the past, and so we were able to see that and study that and learn from that, and so we came and a lot more prepared than last year. I know it was all new, and they were all looking at all this new equipment, all this stuff, and they didn't know any of it. But this year we knew and we were prepared.
So one of the other teams talked about how they actually had one person on the team whose responsibility was to figure out how to use the metro, the maps, and all that kind of stuff. Did you have that in your team as well?
I think we did. The 2 who were here last year, they really helped with finding the monuments more precisely because they knew where they were from last year and they mostly remembered.
Well, thank you for spending all this time with us. I have one final question. From this experience, is there anything that's memorable or maybe something that really comes to the top of the list that you would take back with you home?
Something that was really memorable, I think, just being able to work around DC and see all the things, like just being able to work around like the Washington Monument and see that, and that was really cool. And then just traveling for like the monument hunt and just seeing all the different parts of DC and all the old monuments. I feel like that was really cool.
I also agree with Tucker. I really enjoyed going around DC, seeing all the different museums, seeing where different monuments were, and we were able to make conclusions based off of where they were on what they could possibly be used for. And using my experience from this, I'm able to see the world a whole lot differently. So yeah.
That's cool.
My favorite part was being able to see the miniature monument for the Washington Monument, the little 14-foot one underground. They were able to remove the whole cover, and we could see inside of it.
Yeah, that's a great one because most people, even surveyors, don't know that it exists.
I think my favorite part was going on the metro both this year and last year. We don't really use metro in Houston, and it was cool like learning how to use a new form of transportation.
Well, thank you so much for everything you've shared. We want to wish you the best in your career because I know you are high school students, but you're also finishing up your associate's degree and probably have looking forward very soon to starting a professional career with all that under your belt. And so wish you all the best, and hopefully this experience will be a milestone in your development. And finally, I want to wish you all a safe trip home.
Thank you.